An accessory dwelling unit, also known as an ADU or an in-law suite or mother-in-law suite, is a separate dwelling unit on a piece of property that's zoned for a single-family residence. So if you own a house and you're not allowed to put a duplex on it, and it's not zoned for apartments, the other option, which is becoming more popular, is an ADU, right? It's an accessory dwelling unit, and it is a separate unit. It's a separate living space. The only real difference between, say, a duplex and an ADU are probably a couple things. One would be utilities. You're not going to have separate utilities like you would in a duplex. It would all, the sewer and the power and all that and your water would just tie in off of your single family residence, your house, and your address. They're probably not going to give you a separate address. You might be able to do the same address with like an A unit or a B unit, but otherwise it's the same thing. It's a separate living space. They just call it an accessory dwelling unit. It's kind of the loophole in the building code to allow you to kind of create some more density within urban areas, or to provide that extra space on a single family zoned residence lot. If that makes sense, if that's not too confusing. So yeah, utilities and address, that's about it. And nowadays, we have baby boomers where they're retiring, maybe they're downsizing, they want to be closer to their grandkids. We have cost of housings going up, so people are looking for rentals, right? ADUs, rentals. They can't afford a house, or you got family members that want to move in. It's just a great option. Sometimes though, you can run into a few hiccups as far as getting approved for it. Definitely check with your local building department on what their checklist items are. But if you run into something where they say, well, it has to be attached, right? Maybe you're finishing your basement, you can turn your basement into an ADU, but maybe you want to put it out in your shop or your garage. Sometimes if they say, well, it's got to be attached, well, just ask them like, hey, can I just do like a covered walkway, like a little roof structure that attaches the two of them? Maybe you do a little foundation underground. I mean, technically it's attached. So those are things you can ask if you kind of run into a few roadblocks. The other thing, if they just are not, if your building department's just not helping you out and it's something that you really want to push towards, is just apply for a remodel permit and don't put the oven in. I mean, really, that's the only difference between a wet bar and a kitchen, right? Is the oven. I mean, a wet bar has a fridge in it. It's got a sink. It's got cabinets. You throw an oven in there and or a range, and then all of a sudden it's a kitchen. So just remodel it with a wet bar, and then what you do after the inspector leaves is up to you, right? And so that's another avenue or an option, something to go down if you just kind of keep hitting roadblocks. But anyways, the ultimate goal of this video is just to kind of prompt your brain to think about, man, if I need to add a unit, what options, what direction can I go? And as an inspector, I see people putting in ADUs all over the place. We have a housing shortage where I live, and so our particular building department, our city, is allowing ADUs everywhere and anywhere because we need to start allowing more housing. And it's been a great option, and I've inspected tons of them, and I think people are just loving it. So anyways, if you're out there, you're looking for an option, think about an ADU. If you have questions, you can always shoot me an email at ben@buildingcodetips.com. Check out buildingcodetips.com for any guides, code information, construction tips to help you push you through your project. And, hit the like button if this helped you out, and definitely subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck out there.